Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another episode of Tech and Time Labs. It's your boy Sage Oni, and well, we did something crazy. Or let's say I did something very crazy. So I needed a replacement keyboard slash mouse because the one I had actually precisely the Logitech MK270 just like gave me problems, issues with connectivity, very slow response time, and everything was just like lagging. I changed the batteries a couple of times and it was not working, and I was like, yeah, I need the replacement. But instead of getting just one replacement, after a lot of research, I decided to, well, get 15 different mices or mouse and a couple of keyboards so as to pretty much test all of them out, check which one I feel is probably the best, because I read a lot of reviews and none of them actually really gave me what I was looking for precisely. Like, just got this recommended for this, that recommended for that, but nothing really specific below the $50 budget that actually would be a very great keyboard for you to actually have for your home setup, depending on what you're trying to do. So in this video, we're actually gonna go through the best keyboard on the $50 slash mouse combined, pretty much, and we're also going to look at different categories, because at the end of the day I actually couldn't choose a distinct winner for every category, which I'll go into right now. But overall we're eventually able to like select a few champions of different categories and which ones we preferred. So without further ado, let's get into the business of today. So pretty much we tested using a couple of parameters. One, typing, that's for the keyboards, noise, gaming, the colors, functionality, comfort, connectivity, rechargeable, extras, which is like if it has an extra kind of like future media buttons or whatnot that are kind of like specialized or whatnot, and value, which is the price pretty much, and overall the experience. And then we did an average of all these 9 parameters and got a specific rating. And we did something similar for the keyboard, for the mouse rather. So for the mouse, what we did is we got rid of the typing and replaced that by scrolling. Now the scrolling is the amount of scroll you pretty much can get on the scroll wheel if it does have a scroll wheel, and then the second part is its movement on any surface, pretty much just scrolling and moving the mouse around. And we did the same thing and divided by 9 to get a certain number for all of those. So the brands we looked at, or the specific items we looked at pretty much through this test phase. We did the Red Dragon M600 RGB wired mouse. We did the Mavits wired gaming keyboard slash mouse combined. We did the VicSync gaming mouse slash keyboard, that was also a combined one. So just the mouse. We did the Avits keyboard and mouse. We did the Richard tricolored mouse and keyboard combined. We did the Anker ergonomic optical mouse, the Jtac Digital Scroll Endurance. We did the gaming mouse and keyboard. We did Logitech MK270, which was the one I had originally, so I'm comparing that also to the pack. We did KKUI upgraded vertical wired wireless mouse. That was actually the only rechargeable one we did. And we did the GIM KB64 key keyboard, which is one I had initially. That's my gaming keyboard pretty much, or my mechanical gaming keyboard. We did the Logitech M330 Silence Plus wired mouse or wireless mouse. We did the Logitech Trackman Marble. We did the Microsoft Bluetooth mouse, and we did the Logitech 270. So running into it, pretty much all of these mouse and keyboards excel in different versions, and many of them lag in a lot of versions. The next category will be noise slash comfort, and that is the amount of noise that they actually generate. So like which keyboard or which mouse actually generates the least amount of noise. And I think hands down you could actually guess the winner straight up from it. There's a mouse on the lineup which is actually called a silent mouse, and it really is silent. It literally makes zero noise, and it's actually really comfortable to use. Practically, if I was to pick something for just very discreet use where nobody would know what I'm doing or whatnot, like clicking and all that, I don't want to disturb anybody and I just want like silence, peace, definitely the Logitech M330 silent mouse is the winner in that category. It is so silent, you literally can almost not hear a single sound when you click. And for the keyboard, it's the tri-colored. The keys are so soft, it literally feels like you're actually tapping on memory foam. It's so soft, so responsive, so comfortable that it's like, yo, this is extremely silent. So if I was to actually choose a silent combo, I will do the keyboard only and go alongside with the M330 Logitech wireless mouse, because of course that is the most silent one out there. Probably a runner-up, which I should actually mention in that category, is for the mouse precisely, is the Jtac Endurance. It makes almost zero noise to, not really zero, but very, very low noise. So that would be my runner-up for the mouse. And for the keyboard, the Mafiti comes also as a very, very close second. So overall, the Mafiti also makes very, very decent low noise. And the next category I would probably choose will be value. So value is pretty much which gives you the most for the price that you're paying for it. And overall, I would say the best for value would probably be the M330s. It's super cheap and it's literally less than 15 bucks and gives you almost all the best you can look for in a mouse. If you're trying to go a little bit more gaming oriented though, I would say, and definitely if I'm to go for the value combined, I would say the Mafiti gives you the best price at less than 24 bucks for both the mouse and the keyboard. There's almost no bargain out there that actually matches that, and the fact that both of them have possess a decent amount of everything you need. For the keyboard, actually is my overall best keyboard, while the mouse is not quite there yet, especially on the ergonomic side. But for value, combining both of those at about 24 bucks, that's a no-brainer and a steal. And if you're looking for just a plain mouse, I would definitely recommend as a runner-up to the mouse category, I would say the basic mouse, which I got for $3 on eBay. It's literally small, portable, especially if you have like small arms. It's just perfect for you to actually use in that scenario, pretty much. And for the last and not the least category, which is the gaming, for the gamers, which one would I choose for gamers? So on the gaming category, I'll say my best overall straight up will be the Avid. I don't think there's any other one on the list that I tried pretty much that comes close to the Avid. It's pretty much the best overall, even though it's a little bit on the price side at a little over 40 bucks for both the keyboard and the mouse. It delivers everything you want to deliver for a gaming setup pretty much. A runner-up to that will be straight up, which I'll actually say probably is the best value when it comes to gaming, will be the gaming pack, which I got, which has the headphones, the keyboard, the mouse, and the trackpad too. So that's probably the best combo for value. While notable mentions for the gaming category would be the vertical mouse. That's very cheap and I think it's very, very good for gaming, even though it doesn't give you all those color features and whatnot. I believe for the ergonomics and combat, it's actually a very great runner-up for the pricing too. And for the keyboard, I would say probably my best runner-up will probably be the Mafiti. It's kind of like the best runner-up for like both worlds, so that would be my go-to. Now, if I'm to dive out into the next category, which would be connectivity. Now, the best overall for connectivity, I would say probably is the Microsoft Bluetooth mouse, and that is because you can connect it to virtually almost any setup out there, from your TV to your laptops to your mobile devices. You can literally connect to anything that has Bluetooth and work as a mouse without you having to plug in any adapter. So it actually gives you the flexibility of not having any extra adapter added to your computer or whatnot, and it works over very, very long distance and ranges thanks to Bluetooth technology. So overall, I would probably say that is my best overall for connectivity. I don't think any of the devices that I tested actually comes quite close to that with connectivity. While a very close runner-up to that would be obviously the KKU upgraded vertical mouse, and that is because not only is it great in connectivity, generally it's wireless, fine, it has an adapter, but it's also the only one that actually has a rechargeable battery in it, which is said to last about 2 years on a single charge. So technically all you just need to do is to charge this guy for a little bit and you're good to go for quite a long time. And whenever you need to juice it up, you don't need to buy extra batteries or whatnot, just plug it to power, charge it up, and it's as back as brand new. So overall, that is my review so far for all this tons of keyboards and mouses or mices and all that I got to try over the last 30 days. So overall, My favorite or the best eventually went to, after extensive testing for over 30 days, my number one went for the mouse, went to the Redragon M600 wired. And the reason why I really do love this mouse, it's its ergonomics. Like, holding it in your arms, it just feels perfect. Like the grip, the way it holds, the way it flips, it's just perfect. Like it's very comfortable for you to use. It has all the extra keys that you would actually need on the side of your mouse. That's so back, forward, and everything is just so perfectly positioned where it's super comfy, it's super responsive. It's wired, so definitely there's no lag or almost zero latency in whatever you're doing. And the colors are amazing. You can actually switch the colors as much as you want. So overall, it just became my favorite, and as a result it actually won this bout pretty much overall. So that was my number one. And number two or number one for the keyboard, so actually they actually tied in ratings, getting a rating of 7.8 combined, both of them. The Mafiti wired gaming keyboard, and the reason why I actually chose that one was because of its flexibility. Now it has almost every customizations you want to think of. You can actually customize it to almost anything in the color range. It's very responsive. It has a whole lot of extra features. It's just the best overall when you're thinking of a keyboard you want to use under $50. The only disadvantage the keyboard has is it's mechanical, so as a result it just generates a decent amount of noise, and I sincerely don't like mechanical keyboards for that reason, especially the ones that generate noise. We'll go down the list and we'll actually get to the one which was my overall favorite that didn't generate as much noise. So overall that was actually the best, even though it wasn't my personal favorite overall. So moving on to the most comfortable, which is I'll call the next category, the most comfortable, the most ergonomic. So depending on what your style is, I would say the most ergonomic one for me was a tie between the Redragon, which is my number one primarily, the Anker, and the Jtac. And the reason is I love the design and like the setup of the Jtac and the Anker. The Anker has a very smooth premium feel to that. I'm actually just gonna go into that eventually. The Anker has this very smooth and premium feel to it, where it's like overall it just feels great, easy, comfortable on your hands. And the Jtac has a lot of like a little bit of extras, and the way it's positioned and designed actually has an extra armrest for the lower part of your wrist. So pretty much it just makes it a perfect ergonomic designed keyboard, a mouse rather, to use. So overall those three actually tie as my favorite, depending on what style you want. If you want the wrist handle, I'll probably say the Jtac. If you want a regular feel that actually has a very premium design and feel to it, the Anker definitely wins on down with that. And if you want one that is a regular form factor mouse but actually is designed to actually take the whole of your wrist in, definitely you would probably not go wrong with going with the Redragon. And for the keyboards, well, the most ergonomic design is still, unfortunately, still our Avid. So the Avid was actually designed pretty much to be super ergonomic, and as a result it still is the number one for me. If you guys like contents like this, please subscribe, like this video, and tell me what video you guys would like to see next on my next review. Until next time, see your boy Say Journey, and peace out.